You have just been listening to President Cyril Ramaphosa speak to community members after a dam burst in the Free State in Jagersfontein, killing at least 2 people. He's made reference to one. That death toll, worth saying, has changed more than once. Yesterday, the official number put out was 3. It was revised down this morning. So we know that at least 2 people are believed to have died, dozens more injured, houses damaged. In fact, some structures completely destroyed by the impact of the mudslide that resulted after that dam burst. We can now speak, in fact, to a representative from the company that actually runs that mine. Marius de Villiers is the legal compliance officer at Jagersfontein Developments. A very good afternoon to you, sir. Thank you for being with us. When were you, in fact, at all aware that there was a very real risk, a danger of that dam collapsing?
Mikile, no. Good afternoon. The position was that we still had engineering reports so late as June, declaring the dam safe. So we were not aware of it.
But it clearly wasn't safe, was it, sir, because it's now collapsed?
Yeah.
So how do we explain that then, that as recently as 2-3 months ago you had engineering reports that said the dam was safe, yet now, early September, it's collapsed and injured dozens of people, destroyed homes?
Yeah. Tembekile, all I can tell you is that at this stage we are trying to limit the damage and the suffering of the people that suffered losses. We still in the emergency procedure at this stage. We got all the experts here that's going to do the tests, and investigation will be held. And as soon as that is done, we will be able to give you an indication of what happened.
I appreciate that, sir, and your reference to the safety reports there. But I want to take you to a post that I'm sure you've seen been circulating quite widely online now, put forward, in fact, by the local mayor, and part of it says, in the second paragraph, he says, about a few meters away from this non-compliant dam are houses of the masses of our people who are automatically subjected to dangerous conditions. He then says, if the dam breaks, the whole muddy water will ruin lives, cause death and damage to the community. And now, more than a year later, that's indeed happened. So if this gentleman, the mayor, was able to issue that warning, as has now been shared online, I wonder why it is that none of your teams were able to pick it up.
When was the statement made? During last year?
Yes, this was it's a post dated 12 February 2021.
And where and who was it made?
This is Kolani Seletele, the mayor.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm curious.
I spoke to him this afternoon, so, I was not aware of that specific view that he carried. And, I can only report to you as to what is happening on site now, and I can assure you that all water affairs conditions that they issued to us with the water use license, that was complied with. And, like I said, there was a dam safety report that was done in June.
But
what do you expect? How do we expect to know that something is happening?
Pardon me then, sir. If someone like the mayor was able to issue such a warning, a concern which, by the way, was echoed by residents just now in their engagement with the president, saying they had a clear feeling that something like this would happen, it is puzzling that at a very official level, as a company, no one would have brought this to your attention. Are you able to at least agree to that is quite odd, if not unacceptable, in fact?
Well, what we can only decide on is obviously on expert opinions. And I know you're going to say, yeah, but what they said happened. But if I've got opinions and studies done by engineers, then surely we've done a proper study of what the position with the dam is.
But how
I'm not
proper,
sure
pardon me, how proper, there's a bit of a delay, pardon me, Mr. De Villiers, there's a bit of a delay on our line, but how proper would that process have been if indeed it failed to detect that something was so seriously wrong? Are you saying that it's possible that your technical teams got it wrong in assessing the safety level of that dam?
Well, that decision we'll only be able to make once we've done the full investigation and all the experts has given us the reason for the dam wall collapsing. You know, I can't speculate now what the position is.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you about what you've said now around the potential hazard caused by the wastewater that's now been flowing as a result. Am I right to say your spokesperson was quoted in some media reports today saying that there is no risk?
Will you repeat that, please? I didn't hear you.
Is it true that the official position of Jagersfontein development is that there's no risk to the community due to the flowing wastewater?
The risk is non-hazardous, but I mean, there is still a risk, and that is why the emergency plan and procedures are still in place. I mean, if there's a half a meter or a meter of slimes lying around, it surely is a risk.
How do you define non-hazardous, though? Because some mining experts have said that's unlikely that there'd be no hazard, given that there would be toxins, say, in the mining water.
It's classified as type 3 low-risk waste. And that we have had tested. So that's the reason why we are saying that.
Which means what? What does that category of risk, according to you, mean? What would it do to the people? What sort of danger does it pose exactly?
That I won't be able to tell you.
Who, at your mind, would be able to perhaps clarify this grading of risk?
Yeah, we will be able to clarify that. I'm sure the people who's working with that, our water experts will be able to give you an indication of that.
It is difficult, though, Mr. De Villiers, and I don't want to labor this too long, to then say we're going to wait for your teams to advise on the risk when this is the same company that did not have teams that could forecast or predict that a dam was posing a real danger to a community.
On the dam or on the risk?
I'm saying it's difficult at this point for people to take you at your word in terms of the actual risk assessment when there clearly appears to have been a failure to predict risk or anticipate risk from your end already.
Yeah. Mikile, I can just tell you what the position is on site today. Mm-hmm. And what the factual position is. I can't go beyond that. And I think I've mentioned it to you before that what we are doing at this stage, we are busy with the rescue and the emergency operations. And all that will have to be decided on and in the investigation to see if somebody was negligent or if the waste is higher than what we expected and what we have tested. What I'm giving you is the facts of what type of waste it is.
Okay.
And what occurred.
So very quickly, I'm not sure if you're able to speak then on the amount now circulating, 20 million rand, apparently set aside by yourselves in order to assist those affected by this disaster. When do you expect that your investigations will be concluded, and how will you then disperse that money?
Well, the 20 million rand was made available by the board of Jagersfontein Developments, first of all, not me. And secondly, that will be available, and we have a section that's handling through the Itumeleng Trust that will be handling the monies, and we also send in teams to do the assessments as to the houses, the damages on the houses, and also as far as the environmental damages are concerned.
Marius de Villiers from Jagersfontein Developments, thank you for your time, sir.